Welcome to Part 1, An Introduction to Resume Writing. To answer the question, what is a resume? Let me begin by saying that a resume is a summary of your skills and background. More specifically, a resume is a listing of well-written statements that showcase your previous work experience, education, and other background information tailored to the job for which you are applying. Your resume should be used as a brief, self-marketing sales tool. Make sure the image you are presenting is accurate and professional. The function or purpose of a resume is to persuade a potential employer to give you an interview. Resumes open doors to interviews. Interviews open doors to jobs. As you write your resume, you will be summarizing your accomplishments by creating a first impression that focuses on your skills. You should create more than one resume in order to address the specific needs of the employer and position for which you are applying. Employers use resumes to screen applicants. They want to make sure that the applicants who are called in for an interview meet the minimum qualifications of the position. Your resume should show that you are a qualified applicant that matches the vision of their company. There are various organizational formats of resumes. The resume formats that will be reviewed in this part of the workshop are the chronological, functional, and combination resumes. A chronological resume is the most common. It highlights job experiences and your work history is listed in reverse chronological order. In other words, your most recent or current position is listed first. Here is an example of a resume written in the chronological style. Notice how the work experience section is organized by date. A functional resume focuses on skills and qualities. It emphasizes your knowledge and experience in terms of the skills or functions you have actually performed, rather than as a simple chronological listing of the titles of jobs you have held. Let's look at an example of a functional resume. In this example, the author has emphasized his computer and administrative skills as important to his objective of administrative assistant. Functional resumes are referred to as combination resumes when a list of an individual's work history is included. By highlighting your skills or areas of expertise using the functional style, but also including a list of the job experiences you have held, the employer is able to see where you learned or developed the skills you highlight. In this example of a combination resume, notice that the employment history section was added below the areas of expertise that relate to the job seeker's objective. Now we will look at information to help you decide which style of resume is most appropriate for you. Chronological resumes are most effective when your work history is stable, your professional growth is consistent, your work experience is related to the position you are applying for, and you plan to remain in the same career field. Functional resumes are most effective when your current responsibilities don't relate to your desired job, you have switched jobs frequently or have no work experience, there are gaps in your work history, and you have a need to de-emphasize your employment record. Combination resumes are most effective when you want to emphasize your skills and abilities as well as who you worked for and your educational background, and you need the flexibility of focusing on or emphasizing certain aspects of your resume. You may be asked to submit an electronic or scannable version of your resume to an employer. The employer will process your resume through an applicant tracking system. This means that a computer will be programmed to search your resume for keywords, often called industry buzzwords. The higher the rate of hits, meaning the more keywords you have, the greater the chance of getting an interview. Strategies you can use to have a successful electronic resume are to use nouns rather than action verbs, use words directly from the job description, and include a keywords section under your header. You may now advance to part 2, which includes instructions for writing a resume.